Hey guys, what's up? I know what you're thinking. Ugh, he's back with this topic again. But there was this one YouTuber who talked about this situation and did it kind of in the wrong way, or at least he got it wrong in some sort of way. The YouTuber's name is Pharaoh Speaks Super Commentaries, and the title of the video for this is White Band Chvrches Mad at DJ Marshmello for Doing a Song with Chris Brown and Tyga, question mark. Basically, it's an 11, almost 12-minute video, but I went through the first 4 minutes to just kind of dig into some points early on as to what he was trying to get at, and he doesn't really make his point at all, really. But I have some few bookmarks here written with timestamps, so we're just going to take a look at some, and I'm just going to give you my opinion on what he had said.
With this brother Chris Brown and this white band from Scotland named Chvrches or Churches or some shit. I think it's like Churches with a V or some shit. Y'all look them up and y'all see what I'm talking about.
So my thing is with this comment is why did you have to throw the race in there? Especially it's in the title too, so you can tell which side he's on. But saying this white band just kind of, I don't want to say makes your point invalid, but when you bring race into something that has nothing to do with the race, it just kind of goes to show that you don't get the point of what the other people were saying. You're just defending Chris Brown and Tyga because they're two black men who have had troubled past that people just can't seem to get over, even though this stuff happened a long time ago. But you got to realize stuff sticks with people, and you know, stuff like that just isn't going to go away. So to throw race in there, say this white band, I don't know, it just kind of, yeah, it makes me realize you probably don't understand what the other people were trying to say in their statement. You automatically made this a race thing, which just makes me want to not listen to you.
But he did a song with this white band Chvrches before he did the song with Chris Brown and Tyga.
It's actually pronounced Chvrches. The so-called V that you were seeing in their name is the Greek letter for you. They did it so that way when you like Google their name or go to look them up or something, actual churches don't come up. It's actually pretty smart. If you would have took some time and did some research, you would know that instead of calling them Chvrches like any first timer would, you know. So.
And I think the song with Chvrches is Here With Me, and you got this fake ass Cranberries up here singing this Dawson's Creek. Getting on stage, singing that bullshit.
Did you take singing lessons? Because that was beautiful. I mean, I didn't hear any resemblance from the Dawson's Creek theme song to Here With Me, but hey, you do you, I guess. But, you know, that was you trying to be funny. It really wasn't funny. It was just kind of cringe, if that.
These songs got some millions of views, so white people, I love Chvrches, I did my favorite band. But Marshmello, I'm getting my money, dude. I'm gonna turn around and make songs with Tyga and Chris Brown and bitches and hoes and dancing. Ain't never DJing, ain't never on there. Nobody's cutting me out of my business. None of that.
Well, would you look at that? You put up the statement by Chvrches in your video. Let's take some time to read it again because obviously you didn't read it. It says, "We are really upset, confused, and disappointed by Marshmello's choice to work with Tyga and Chris Brown. We like and respect Mello, but as a person, but working with people who are predators and abusers, enables, excuses, and ultimately tactically endorses that behavior. That is not something we can or will stand by." When was one time you heard them insult Chris Brown or Tyga, mention race, anything, be derogatory, anything? I mean, you know, you can argue about the predator and abusers, but Chris Brown's an abuser, whether you say that was a long time ago or not. Anyone who has put their hands on a woman before, or or their child before, or just anything, is an abuser. And the predator thing, you know, like I said, even though it was probably for shock value with Tyga, saying shit like that shouldn't be the reason that you're getting fame, because then you're going to be controversial for saying shit like that. And I'm not saying he is a predator, but at the same time we don't know. But they never insulted Marshmello, and they were never like said anything terrible about Chris Brown or Tyga. They didn't bring up the race. They were just kind of saying, you know, we don't we don't endorse this behavior, and we will never stand by it. That's the point of the post, not the fact that Chris Brown and Tyga are two black men with a troubled past that happened a while ago that people need to so-called get over, even though it's never going to go away. So if you were to just take 10 minutes, look at that post, and then realize what it meant, you wouldn't be making this video, and I wouldn't be making this video.
That must have rubbed them the wrong goddamn way. Was the song hotter? I guess both of the songs on the chart.
Well, look at that. You put up Chris Brown's thing for one, which he calls them a bunch of losers and the type of people he wished walked in front of a speeding bus, which, by the way, was highly uncalled for, like I said, because they never really told him to kill himself, any of that sort. And, might I add, that you had said that that song reached higher in the charts than the song that Chvrches did with Marshmello, Here With Me. But once again, that's not the reason that they just chose to target Chris Brown or Tyga, not because they were mad or because they were jealous the song excuse me, was higher on the billboards. It's not how it works. You know, and if you don't believe me, here's a statement by Laura Mayberry herself last night at the concert, stating that it's not because they were just picking out people who are mad, it was because it's just their stance and what they stand for. Here it is. Listen to this clip and see if you tell me that it's because, oh, their song is higher than ours on the billboard.
That for a hot second. To clarify, we weren't picking on Chris Brown for the sake of picking on Chris Brown. It was morally dubious decision that happened, but also Chvrches is a band, Chvrches is a business, Chvrches is a brand or whatever that people can buy into, and it has to be honest and it has to be authentic. And we would be really hypocritical if we worked with somebody and didn't say anything about what they did immediately after that fact. When we give money from our headline shows to girls' rock camps, when I'm a patron of Rape Crisis Scotland, you can't do that. It's morally incorrect. But we weren't just deciding to pick on Chris Brown for the sake of it. I was like, I don't know, I think that domestic abuse might be wrong. And now I'm gonna have to invest in some fucking bulletproof tutus, because apparently that does not go down well with the greasy fans. And I just think that's very, very interesting. In a weird way, I was like, but we were like, maybe don't promote serial convicted violence to kids, to young people. And then they were like, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna rape you and shoot you. I'm like, oh, you kind of proved the point though. So in a way, I'm like, this. But I'm like, oh, where will I get my Zodiac memes now?
Once again, check the facts and then get back to me.
This band, I think they just was on some mad racist shit. Some white band out of Scotland. Now, go look at my Liam Neeson video where the motherfucker from Scotland. Oh, I seen that black bastard. I walked around with my cuss, and I wanted to kill that black bastard.
So, because one man in Ireland said something racist, or Scotland, I'm sorry, Ireland, Scotland, he didn't even, there we go, I just realized something. He didn't even realize that they were Scottish. He called them Irish, and that made me mess up. There's actually, yeah, two different ethnicities there. Liam Neeson is from Ireland, I think. Let me look that up real quick before I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he is from Ireland. Yes, he is. He's from Northern Ireland. Chvrches are from Glasgow, which is in Scotland. They are Scottish. I know the accent may seem just a tad, but once again, if you would have did your research, you would have known that that it's two completely different ethnicities, and even if they were the same ethnicity, one person in that ethnicity does not make a whole entire, group. I mean, if Chvrches were Irish and Liam Neeson said something like that, that doesn't automatically make Chvrches themselves racist because of what Liam Neeson said. But either way, they're not. They're Scottish. Liam Neeson's Irish. Do the research. And once again, I like how you put Chris Brown's post up here, showing hate and insulting the band after, once again, they didn't insult him. So, yeah, Chris Brown and Mr. Pharaoh Speaks, you guys need to do more research and probably get a life.
That's the example of motherfuckers walking around Scotland. And Chris Brown just responded to him, and they got a bunch of losers, and he said he hoped they get walk in front of a speeding bus and all that. Hey man, that's just what it is. I'm pretty sure the brother's used to the scrutiny by now, used to the people talking shit about him. And man, fuck y'all, man. You just mad because our song hotter than yours, and we doing our things. We doing our thing.
I rest my case again. Chvrches said nothing. They just posted a post on their Instagram that said Babyface's first ever trip to NYC spring 2013, and then Chris Brown had to go and post this. You can read it. I'm not going to read it, but he brought the race into it. He told them to kill themselves. It was just kind of uncalled for in a way, and there you go. That proves my point that Chris Brown is just so... He's irate, too irate to a point where he doesn't realize that he's proving their point by saying shit like this. So, yeah, just showing that post again just kind of goes to show you that Chris Brown is the one taking this a bit too far.
I tell my brothers, man, it's a decision making. That brother made that decision to beat Rihanna ass that night or react or whatever the fuck happened, and now it's been following him ever fucking since.
Yes, it has. Because it was the wrong decision. I get it. Decision making. It's a thing. But there's always a good decision and a bad decision. And when you make the bad decision, it's going to come back to haunt you for your whole entire life. And for Chris Brown, what he did is never going to go away. Why? Because it was the wrong thing to do. Any real man would just, walk away from the situation, take their anger out somewhere, and wouldn't put their hands on a woman, especially the one that they so-called love, whether it be their girlfriend, their wife, or their child. It's just not... Like I said, I get it, it happened 10 years ago, but when you do something like that, it's going to stick with you. And that whole decision-making thing is just stupid because you make the wrong decision, and yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that part. Let's just move on with a couple more points.
10 fucking years later, 11 years later, they still, he's a predator and abuser, and the brother's hasn't been in trouble, ain't been doing nothing wrong.
Wrong, actually. Chris Brown got in trouble for a weapons charge a couple years back. He just got off of probation in 2015. And recently he was tried for, I don't know if he was tried yet, but he was accused of rape from a victim who claimed that she was raped backstage by Chris Brown. Like I said, I don't know if anything's been said yet, whether he's been found guilty or not, or that even the trial has happened yet. So I'm not going to crucify him on that one, but technically that's getting in trouble because he got reprimanded and put in jail for a little bit. I guess he's out on bail if the trial's not there yet. But once again, if you do your research, you'd know that he did something. So sorry, not sorry.
I don't know what made them lash out at them brothers like that. They must have been mad, bro. They must have looked on the charts and thought, our song got millions of views. We're gonna be number 10, top 10, then number 1. And now they gotta look and see Chris Brown and Tyga ahead of them, and then it was like, what? Marshmello? Oh, come on, dude. Like they're mad at Marshmello.
Once again, this has nothing to do with chart success. they both artists, Marshmello and Chvrches, do this because it's what they love doing. And, you know, I feel like I'm repeating myself again, which I probably am, but, you know, this is my last point, is that they made their point as to we're not for the behavior that Chris Brown and Tyga have stood for and can still stand for. And the fact that we worked with this guy, Marshmello, who, you know, is now going to work with them, it was just a nice, honest little opinion that, you know, wasn't really hurting anybody or attacking anybody, so I don't get it. If there's one thing I wished out of this whole entire situation is for Marshmello himself to speak up. We got, you know, Chvrches speaking, we had Chris Brown lashing out for really no apparent reason. Like I said, I get he's frustrated that people still look at him like that, but he's got to realize that, once again, that shit's going to stick with you for the rest of your life, no matter how long it's been. 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, 50 years. That's just what it's going to be. And I don't know about Tyga, but if he said something, then that only leaves Marshmello, who really should say something, not defending anybody, but just kind of saying, hey, look, I get where Chvrches is coming from and all that, and if I upset them, I'm sorry, but, you know, I really wanted to work with Chris Brown and Tyga on the aspect of, you know, they're a popular commodity to the music community and not look at their past, or something like that, you know. I just want to hear his point of view and his side and him speak out, so that way this shit could hopefully stop. Because now apparently Lauren Mayberry can't even stay at her own home when the tour's over due to the rape threats and the shooting threats. Plus they've had police at their shows. I mean, they all really had police at their shows. But yeah, she can't even go home now. That's how bad this is getting. Once the tour's over, she's got to go somewhere else. And like I said, I made a video defending her. You can see that up here. And it's just ridiculous that this is what people are going to do when they don't agree with someone, is threaten to end their life or threaten to ruin their life by doing something stupid. And, you know, I don't get it. I'm not one to, you know, do that at all. Like, if I disagree with an artist, I'm not going to, you know, type in my keyboard, oh, I'm going to kill you, or oh, I'm going to rape you, you know, this stuff like that. Those types of people don't have lives and just do it for the attention. Anyway, sorry. My mom opened the door. I have to go to the doctor's in a little bit because I'm still feeling sick. It's been about a week and a half. Even though it seems like it's getting better, I'm still not, like, fully 100%. But anyway, you know, no matter whose side you're on in this situation, you know, like I said, I am not picking a side. You may seem like, well, aren't you on Chvrches' side? I'm on Chvrches' side to the fact that they shouldn't be getting bombarded with hate comments, mostly the lead singer of the band. But, you know, at the same time, I have said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Maybe the comment wasn't really necessary. Not necessary, but maybe they didn't need to put the comment out there. Maybe they could have privately talked with Marshmello, and Marshmello's an artist. He can work with who he wants. He's not going to look at the past and say, oh, you know, they've done bad, so I'm not going to work with them. He's going to look at, well, they've had success or still have success, so I'm going to see if they want to work with me now. And, you know, so I'm kind of just on, with that part, I'm kind of like, I see where both parties are coming from. But with stuff like this, and seeing the hatred, and then this guy, you know, automatically thinking, oh, because that Chvrches is a white band, that they're mad at Marshmello for working with Chris Brown and Tyga because they're black, which that has nothing to do with it. Nobody said anything about race except for the people who are making it about race. So, yeah. Anyway, you can tell me in the comments below what you think. This should be the last video I make on this. I just wanted to put this out there to show you the type of people that aren't doing their research, that are just automatically jumping to conclusions and saying this and that about this and that. So, yeah. And like I said, the fact that Lauren Mayberry can't even go to her own house when the tour's over. She's already handed over her social media passwords to a professional, and she's got to stay somewhere for a while when she gets home. it's just kind of, it's shocking and embarrassing to just the world in general that she got threatened so much that now that they have to take it seriously and they have to protect her. Not that they shouldn't have protected her before, but just the fact that she can't step foot in her own house for a while is just kind of embarrassing. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm done rambling on. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to like and subscribe if you're on Facebook. Share, and remember, treat others the way you want to be treated, and don't be like these idiots online. I'll catch you in the next one.